Good morning. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I guess it's just you and I again.
I believe so. And then we have somebody who is the host of the meeting, which is new. But I think the host is just here to operate. Is that correct, host? Oh, I am the host now. Oh, okay. I see. So I think this is a new functionality that it's helping to make me the host so I can share sound and things and spotlight and have like controls. So excellent. Yay. All
Sounds
right.
good. I just
Let's
gotta
see.
find the right spot here.
Let me just see here. Give me everything interesting. Yes, for sure. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good, 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 good. I wasn't sure if we were gonna go or not. Oh, you should be in. All right, we are good. So I thought we would mix it up and add a little maybe bit more Pilates today.
Sounds good.
Cool. I love thumbs up. It's the way to do it. And of course, we'll also get a nice good stretch, so no worries at all that way. And we'll do this. So I'm gonna put on some music. You can lie on your back to start.
All
I'm
right,
just
I'll
gonna
just put myself on mute.
Yes, please, thank you. And I'm just going to turn off my camera for a moment. I just have to fix something on my setup, but I am here and I will talk you through, and I'm just going to get my music going. All right, so we will start on your back. We'll start with relaxation. We'll start just sort of centering ourselves, and then we'll kick things up a notch. Not too many notches, just a little notch. All right, so that should be okay for volume. Test, test, test. Hello, hello. I'm just gonna give it a little bit more juice. All right. Is that all right? Thumbs up if we're all right. Perfect. All right. Sorry to interrupt your zen. All right. Just resting on your back. Just relax into your space. Just checking in with your breathing. So we're starting lying down, just relaxing. Close the eyes. Just find your breath. Just really tuning into your inhale and exhale. Feeling your shoulders relax into your space. As we're lying down, feel how your feet can just flop out to the sides. Just relax your hips. Your arms are out, palms up. Just relaxing tugging you at all. You just bend the legs, let the knees fall in towards each other. Taking time here, focusing on your intention in your practice today. Is it relaxation, flexibility, core strength, or a little bit of everything? If the legs weren't already bent, let's bend them lightly here. And if you have them bent but falling in, let's bring them in line with the hips and the knees. When you're ready, let's float those arms up, reaching overhead. And we're going to exhale and draw one knee into the chest. So make sure the upper body's relaxed. You just rock that leg side to side, releasing your hip and massaging your lower back a little. Nice. And let's bring it into the center. Gently release, and we'll float that other leg up. Give it a squeeze. Soften your shoulders. Very lightly, just rock. Waking up the hip joints. Giving it a nice hug. Be mindful, trying to press that tailbone down. Good. We'll take both legs nice and long now. Float those arms up. Nice full body yawn, stretch. You can arch the back, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Ah. And bending the legs again. This time let's bring both legs in. Give them a nice hug if that feels good for you. Try and be holding one hand to each leg so we don't want to cross the feet or cross those hands. Press that tailbone down. If it feels good, let's rock. And if it feels good, let's take that rock and make it into a nice, gentle circle. Really massaging that lower back and tailbone, sacrum. Let's pause in the center. Always stopping in that neutral position and reverse. Good. Make sure we're still keeping a nice, flowing, easy breath. You got it. And let's bring it down. This time we're going to go back to that first knee in, but let's take it up to the sky. Now we're just warming up, so I don't want you pulling or pressing too hard. So keep a nice gentle bend here. Just hold. You can even rub the back of that leg, wake it up a little. Really connecting where we're going to open up. We're releasing that hamstring. You can bring those hands up a little higher. Give it a little rub, bringing some heat to the muscle, the calf. Good. And let's point and flex the foot here, waking up our ankles. Extending the shin and lengthening our calf. Good. Folding that leg over, cross it over. Let's just let that hip open up. Open your arms like a T. If it feels good, we can rock out side to side. Don't worry about making it a super huge movement. Just keep that knee open. And again, just feeling yourself connecting to your mat. level. We're gonna rock. Good. Just letting the hip open up and release. You got it. Taking your time with it. Letting your breath flow as you move. When you're ready, let's settle it into the center. And we'll go into that under position on this side. So we'll go up, thread that leg through, going underneath, letting the knee fall open. Gently, wherever you're comfortable. And that same arm reaches up to the sky. And then overhead. Good. Breathing into that release you're feeling in the hip flexor, the leg that's tucked underneath. If it feels like it's resisting, really visualize that inhale, breathing into that tight spot, and using your exhale to surrender and just feel it relax and let go. Good. Bringing the arm down, let's open up both arms to the side. You're going to open that bottom leg, open the top one, take both knees out to the side. Feet are together, so we have a nice diamond shape, or we call it our bound angle, because we're lying down or reclining bound angle. Bring the arms up overhead. You can hold opposite elbows. Just letting your upper body open up a bit more here. And bringing the arms back to a T shape. You're going to fold one leg over the other. If you need to pick up those hips and adjust, you can. And cross the legs over. So we're turning and looking away from the legs, opening up our outer hip, the glutes, releasing your spine. Just feeling your whole side body open up. Letting gravity start to release that leg without forcing. Just using your breath. Letting your body find space. Good. Let's take another 2 breaths here. Nice, calm warm up to begin. We'll slide into the center. Pick up those hips. Let's bring it to the other side. Relaxing here. And then we're going to change gears just in a moment. You can feel that energy, the music changing. So let that give your body and mind some energy. Try to relax your head so you try to look away from the legs so you're releasing your neck as well. Alright, let's roll back to the center. We're going to start by hugging those knees in, but this time I actually want you to bring your upper body, curling it up as well. So try and tuck that nose into your knees. You can hold under or on top. Good, and release. Nice full body yawn stretch. Now we're going to go into our Pilates 100. Anytime you're working the core, just a quick reminder, if you feel neck pain, your hip flexors take over, or your lower back is bugging you, it means take a breather, take a break, and then join back in. Anytime with Pilates, it's not about how many reps we're doing, it's about the intention behind them. So it's the quality, not the quantity. And some people will do this with a 4 breath or a 5 breath. We're going to try a 4 today. Lots of positions you can do for the lower body. So before we lift though, let's make sure we connect with our powerhouse. So let's bring hands onto the core. So hands to the stomach. And I want you to feel how your thumbs are going to find that lower rib. Okay? Your baby finger or pinky finger finding your hip bones. So feel how that is making like a nice box shape. So I'm just going to come up so I can show you. So you stay on your back. So you're resting on your back, thumbs to those lower ribs, baby finger to your hip bones. So it's like a nice square here. So I want you to always imagine that square. And from there, let's take one hand, keep it onto the belly button. One hand, feed it underneath, thread it underneath you. So notice how you have a natural curve in your back. We want to maintain that curve. Feel how you can draw your belly button in towards your spine. At the same time, I want you to be lifting your spine into your belly button. So you're coming in towards each other. We're not just scooping in. Okay, so they're pulling towards each other. Excellent. Now remember those 4 points of the box, our ribs and our hips. Then I want you to think about your pubic bone. It is also level. So again, we're not scooping that pelvis up this way. We have a neutral pelvis. Like you can rest a glass of water here. Good. Now with those 4 points that we talked about, ribs and hips, I want you to imagine bringing your hips together, bringing those ribs together. Excellent. From here, we're going to lift one leg up into a tabletop. Check in. Did your pelvis stay neutral or did you scoop it up? Let's reset, come down. Think about our powerhouse, we call it. Ribs and hips pulling towards each other, belly button and spine coming towards each other. That pelvic floor, those inside muscles pulling up and in towards the belly button like an elevator. Keeping that level, lift leg. Good. Let's bring the leg down, switch, lift the other one without anything else moving. And lower. Good. So we'll keep repeating here. Notice when we lift the leg, we want the knee on top of the hip and the foot the same height as the knee. Especially when you lift, I want those hip bones pulling towards each other. We're engaging and activating that lower reach of the abdominals. Good. And let's just do 1 or 2 more alternating balance out between those 2 legs. Getting that mind-body connection. Squeeze, pull together, and lower. Excellent. So let's just release your arms overhead. Feel how your rib cage opens. Walk your feet apart, and we'll rock those knees side to side. Excellent. Good. And let's bring it in. Make any adjustments you need to, and we're going to start to add on the C scoop. So we're adding in this upper body. Now, if you're minding anything for diastasis, where you have split abs, you're not going to do the upper body portion. But if we are, then how do we get in that properly? Let's reset our powerhouse. So, pinkies and thumbs, 4 points, natural curve in the back, belly button and spine, neutral pelvic floor, or neutral pelvis rather, and activate that pelvic floor. Good, so keeping all of this strong. You're gonna imagine inhaling, lengthening through the crown of the head. As you exhale, you're lifting up. Good, and your gaze comes towards your belly button. So I'm using my arm like an extension of my spine just to demonstrate. And let's lower down. Good. So we'll try that. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Exhale, lift up. Keeping this powerhouse strong. Looking in, checking in. You still have a natural curve in the back. Good. And lower. Let's try one more just to prep. Making sure your pelvis is not scooping. So neutral pelvis. Don't pour that water over you as you lift. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, lift the upper body, C scoop, looking in, and release. Good. All right, just relax everything. You can shake out those legs again. Let your rib cage open up. Excellent. So we should have already felt some work here, even though it's our preparation, because we're bringing that mind-body awareness. Good. All right. So we have choices here. We're going to go into the work. You have choices to just stay with the legs down and do only a C scoop. You can do a C scoop in one leg up. You can do C scoop in both legs up. You can also take the legs out. How do you choose? Not because you want to work harder. You choose based on how you can maintain the powerhouse and that alignment, as well as go to that next level. So if you can't find that alignment, you don't go there. All right? Also, you have the option to leave the upper body down and just do any of those variations with the legs. All right, so let's set it up. Neutral pelvis, pelvic floor in, the hip bones, imagine them drawing together. Imagine those ribs coming together. Check in, do you have that natural curve? Excellent. Breathe in, arms overhead, ribs are open. And as we exhale, we lift the head, push those arms by your sides. Arms are neutral and long. They should be the same height as your shoulders. So not too high, but they're not pushed down and you're straightening your neck. Good, check in. Did you spill that water or you're okay? Option 1 or 2 or both legs going out. I'm going to demo with one so I can keep talking, and we're going to pump the others as we breathe in. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Keep going. So you can pump the arms. If the head's down as well, you can do just the legs. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Keep breathing, keep pumping. Good. I'm keeping the beat with the hand so I can cue you at the same time. You're breathing in. 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Ribs together, hips together. Exhale. Good. Keep flowing that breath or pumping that breath. Yes. Pull that pelvic floor in. Remember, neck pain, hip pain, you rest. Breathing in. Breathing out. 2 more rounds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. And squeeze everything in. Breathe. And release. Ooh. Take those arms long, legs long. Give it a shake. Great job. All right, let's bring it back to that same position. And we're going to go into a bridge just to change things up a little bit. Give our back a break from being on the mat. We're going into a Pilates bridge, so pelvis is still neutral. We're not scooping up like a yoga bridge. So we're bringing this flat. Think about hips and powerhouse. Everything's aligned like we've been talking about. Feet are coming in, knees and feet are hip distance. Let's press up. Good. Now it doesn't look like we went very far at all. Check in that you're neutral. So maybe drop your pelvis or your pubic bone rather. So this is level. Yes. You should feel your lower back working here. A little bit of glutes, maybe a little bit of quadriceps depending if you're already tired or have sore muscles, and maybe some hamstrings. But a lot of glutes, a lot of lower back. Pull your hips and ribs together. Make sure you're breathing. Good. Give me a little wiggle in your toes. Make sure they're relaxed. Excellent. Now can you squeeze your legs? Squeeze the buttocks. Keeping a nice level pelvis, we're going to lower and press up. Good. Staying level. This is really good strengthening and awareness for your lower back and those glutes. But it is abdominals. So when we say core, core is abdominals, lower back, and glutes. So this is everything that we're hitting right here. Good. So it's a really important exercise. And make sure it's not a huge movement. We're not popping the ribs. We're not coming up into a yoga bridge. You're level. Neutral pelvis. Yes. Good. And let's hold it up at the top. If you feel like you need a break, I want you to lower yourself down. Otherwise, let's stay here. How do you know if you need a break? Are you still mind-body connected? Are your mind and muscles still engaged together? So are we having that awareness? Ribs together, hips together. Pelvic floor is up. Good. 3, 2, 1. And now I want you to lift the pubic bone and around your back to come down. Tailbone releases. Good. Let's hug those knees in. Tailbone down, lengthen the spine. Rock it out. Excellent. Good. All right, going back to our first position, bringing those legs flat, knees are bent. Powerhouse fires, ribs, hips. If I sound like a broken record yet, that's what we're going for. We want to remind those cues every time. Lifting one leg up, find that table. Knee and hip are stacked. Feet and knee are level. Check in, no scooping. Good. From here, keeping that other leg level without moving, you're going to open your knee to the side and bring the leg back in. You really want to feel how you have to fight to keep that connection, like you're pulling your hips together, your hip bones together. This is how we're working the lower region of the abdominals. Good. If you feel like you're ready for more challenge, you can add that C-scoop. So remember how we lifted here? Good. You're looking into your navel, lifting up. It's a scoop. Natural curve in your back still. And make sure if you lift up, that bottom leg is still staying steady. Inhaling and exhaling. Move as a unit. The other leg does not roll away. Let's try one more. Good. Bring it in. 4 points, that box, it is level. You should feel work, right? Just to hold here. You have to connect. It's very easy to cheat at Pilates, but it's very possible as well to get quite a lot of work from not a lot of movement. So let's activate, make sure we have that natural curve, and let's open and close. You do not have to make this a huge movement. Again, like we said, not a lot of movement, lots of work if we have mind and muscle connection. So breathing in, breathing out. Exhale when it comes back in together. And your whole leg is moving as a unit. It's not just the knee that's opening. Yes. Remember your option. You can add that C-scoop. My arms are parallel to the floor, in line with my shoulders. Okay, both coming together. Nice. Excellent job. We're going to do 3 more if you can. If you need to release before that, you do so. Keep that mind-body connection. Lots of good work here. Last one. And take it long. Shake it out. Good. Let's release both legs. Release those arms. We've released our powerhouse here, so your rib cage is open. Just give your ankles and wrists a little roll. Excellent. We're going to roll to the side, press up, and we're coming to a tabletop position here. All right, so from tabletop means we have everything stacked and aligned. So we have our wrists right underneath those shoulders, and we have the hips stacked over those knees. Good. And the knees and hips, or the knees and feet rather, are hip distance apart. So I want you to focus first here on feeling that same powerhouse engagement, but we've flipped over into our front facing. It's very different to still have that activation, but we've flipped around. So facing down to the mat, you're still feeling ribs together, hips together, belly button and spine coming together, neutral pelvis. So think about coming into that position. Sometimes I like to think about using like a little claw with my thumb and first finger, going about 2 inches from the belly button, pressing in, feeling that tension and activation inside. Yeah, that's what we want to feel when we're in this position. So keeping that active, we'll take one leg out, bring that hip to face down, so we're not rolling out. Natural curve in your back. Good. If you're able to keep this connection, we're going to bring that leg up. Keeping your hip down and the leg comes level with your hip. You can use your hand to help you engage and connect, or use that hand on the ground for support and stability. Challenge option, arm goes up. Notice we want the thumb up to open up that shoulder. Good. From here, we're going to exhale, tap down, inhale, lower. Sorry, lift. Exhale, tap down, inhale, lift. Our Pilates breath is different than our yoga breath. We can do just the leg, remember, because we have an audible exhale, and we're breathing out through the mouth. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the mouth. 2 more. Quality, not quantity. Yes. And bring it in. Good. Take those knees out. We're going to reach forward. We don't want to stay in this counter pose too long, because it tells your body you're done. But we're not quite done yet. It's just a little release. Let's come up, shake out those wrists. All right, we don't just jump into it. This is a slower paced practice today because we're really tuning into our form and our technique. Let's pull those ribs together, our hips together. We're drawing that belly button in, but not like that, no scooping, natural curve. Good. If you feel comfortable too, we're going to take that leg out, make sure your hips down, check in. Are we still active in that lower region? Good. Lifting it up if that feels comfortable. Check your alignment. And check that activation again. Oh yes. Arm up if you want, and exhale down. Inhale up. Again, that feels counterintuitive to your regular breathing, and it is because Pilates, we like to flip things around. We're inhaling to lengthen. It's really about the extension. Good. Remember, you can keep the hands down if you prefer. You can also do just the arm and not the legs. Try not to be rolled and resting on that bottom leg. Keep your arms nice and long for me. Good. Inhale up, exhale down. Check that you're facing the mat. One more. And release. Woo, good. This time for a counter pose, or you're gonna press up to that down dog. If your shoulders aren't happy, then I want you to just come into a forward fold. So your option is just lift up and hang. Otherwise, downward facing dog. You're reaching out and you're pressing back. You're in a nice upside down V position. Feet and knees are hip distance apart. Relax your head through your arms. You got it. And we'll bend and flex. Or rather, pedal those feet. One up, one down. Relax the head through the arms. If you feel tension in your neck, just shake your head like you're saying no. Side to side. Good. From here, let's walk hands to feet, feet to hands. And you're gonna hang in that forward fold. If it feels good for you, let's hold opposite elbows. Check in with your knees. Make sure they're not falling in towards each other. So knees and ankles, hip distance apart. Hang. Relax your head. You're looking through those legs. Really just breathe in. Feel that release in the back of the thighs. We're letting go of the lower back here. If it's too intense, you can bring your arms down to the mat, or if you can't quite reach, just rest your hands to your legs or even your thighs if you're here. No problem. If you can, when we hold those arms, it's creating that extra weight to deepen that stretch. If it feels good, let's rock forward and back here, shifting your weight more onto the balls of the feet and then more onto the heels. And just notice the differences in the body here. Being aware of the subtleties in the body helps build that body awareness. Good. And let's take those arms nice and long. We're going to roll our way up. It feels sort of opposite today. We started down and we're finishing standing, but sometimes we need to mix it up. So as you roll up, we're stacking the vertebrae one by one until we finish. Standing strong, standing tall. Give everything a shake. Excellent. All right, so we're gonna stand tall. Feet are right underneath us. Always keep a gentle bend. You shouldn't feel like you're working your legs, but you don't want to be locked. Good. Shoulders are down, arms are by your side. Let's just let the head come down. Breathing into that release in the outside of the neck. Let's take your arm out. You might need to push back slightly. If that's too intense, just let go of the arm. Let's soften the arm gently, let the head float up. And exhale, release to the other side without dropping the whole body. Good. And reach that arm out if you want. Still keep that breath nice and deep in the belly. prefer, you can go down onto your back for your Shavasana if you're used to that to close out your practice. But as we did more of a technique-based practice and more of a Pilates versus a yoga, we're just going to change things up a little bit. I also wanted to get a little bit more into releasing the hips, which we can do from seated. If you're comfortable and you'd like, let's keep one leg in and we'll take the other leg out to the side. So we're actually going to finish with some stretches versus our relaxation. But we want to find that relaxation in the stretch. So sitting tall, nice flat back, feel your sits bones underneath you. You're going to feel your inside thigh, hip releasing here. We'll take our arms out to the side, keeping your sits bone down. You're going to reach up and over, releasing that neck again. If it's too much, you can reach your arm out to the side. Make sure you haven't rolled when you're reaching over that leg, so really keep this grounded. Good. Pressing up, we'll release, other side. Open the shoulder, reach over. If the shoulder's not happy here, you can always bring the arm down. Eyes up or down. And let's release that arm, lift up. You're going to roll towards the front leg now to bring the straight leg back. And we're going to gently let that hip come down. And you can bring as if your foot and thigh are coming together. You're going to fold over your front leg. Relax the elbows, relax the shoulders. This is a variation of what we know from yoga as pigeon. In Pilates we call it swan. Why the difference? Well, there's a different mentality behind the two. The two modalities, yoga versus Pilates. With lots of similarities as well. Let's walk up. Roll off of that leg to safely release. And we'll switch. Good. So lifting, shoulders, stacked up. Really feel this opening here, inner thigh. And we'll reach up, we'll reach away, reaching, opening that shoulder. Make sure we stay dropped here. If we don't like the up, we can bring it down. Eyes up or down. Breathe. So when we're working the core, the neck sometimes will take over when the abdominals get tired. The hip flexors take over when the lower region of the core, of the abdominals rather, gets tired. Let's release that arm. So what we're doing to recover at the end of our practice is letting go of all those muscles that we used. Good, reaching up and over. And remember that variation here. Your lat muscles we're opening up here. Your lats are used, or should be used, when we're lifting up in that C scoop, because you're pressing down with those arms, so really activates your lats. So we want to release those lats here. And let's gently lift up, roll away, tuck that leg behind. Bringing the foot and thigh together, bringing that hip down. So try not to be twisting away from your leg. We actually want to fold over your front leg. Yes. You should be feeling some sensations in your hip, but also the glute of the leg that we're folding over. Notice that I don't want to have that inside shoulder lifted. I have that inside shoulder level and facing down. As we are more in our relaxation here, you can do more of our calm recovery breath in and out through the nose. Good. Let's press up. Press away to release safely. We'll finish by taking those legs out in front, moving any fleshy parts out of the way here. So a nice full extension to release. Sitting up tall if it feels good, just stay upright. If it feels good, we're folding forward. If you want to, tailbone reaching back and away. Breathing into that release in the back of the thighs. Shoulders are soft. So it's not about reaching as far as you can. It's about hinging from your hips and folding the upper body over the lower body. Yes. And let's roll up just like we did from hinging to standing, rolling, stacking those vertebrae one at a time. And we'll just take those legs into a comfortable position. We'll finish with the palms up, shoulders down, just sitting. And let's close our eyes here for a moment. Really thinking about, we have that awareness right in our center. The center of our bodies, our center of gravity. That belly button and spine connection. So really thinking how we pull the front of the body into the back, how we pull the back through and towards the front of the body. Helping us think about that nice, tall, stacked posture. It's all our focus in our Pilates practice. Focusing on supporting and strengthening that posture. Let's reach up and bring it up. And let's just shake those hands. Bring the shoulders up and in, big breath in, and roll it back, big sigh. And we'll do 2 more. Last one. Fantastic. I hope you enjoyed your Pilates practice today. And different way to think about things, but I hope that we were able to really engage and activate and find that mind and muscle connection. Because if we just go through the motions, you're not getting that same effort, that same engagement, and that's where it all needs to start from. So excellent work. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon. Take care. See you next time. Thank you.